Hey, Taryn. This is Tim Williams, fitness trainer. I'm sitting here watching GoTarryn TV.
Hey everybody, happy Monday, December the 14th. Welcome to GoTarryn TV. As you can see side by side, we're welcoming from Body Grades, Mr. Tim Williams. Tim, welcome to GoTarryn TV today.
Thank you, Taryn. Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you coming on board. Tim, it's been a while. We've been connected, for all the folks watching via Facebook and LinkedIn and, colleagues in the fitness field. We met, I think, in person a few years ago at the HealthWorks event at Coca-Cola downtown. But before we even jump into anything, first and foremost, I noticed you got your Ohio State in the background right there you're representing.
Yes.
So it looks like you are Ohio State Buckeyes, so that's good. Tim, let me just turn this conversation around and ask you if you could tell the folks watching, if this is their first time watching you, a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you're doing here in the greater Atlanta area, please.
Okay, thanks, Taryn. My name is Tim. I'm a fitness trainer and also a physical therapist assistant. I've been licensed for about probably 12, 13 years now. But after about 5, 6 years actually doing fitness, the physical therapy stuff, I switched it over to fitness training. But actually, I'm from Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
Canton, Ohio. Yep. Went to school at the University of Akron, is where I got my my degree for fitness training, and then I got my PTA, my physical therapy assistant degree from Stark State College, which is also in Canton, Ohio.
That's awesome. And then how did you end up in Atlanta, Georgia, of all places?
It's crazy that pretty much the weather. It was one bad snow a couple years ago, and we just decided that that was going to be our last one for a while.
Sure.
So we just wanted something a little bit different, and Atlanta was a nice booming city, so we thought it'd be a good place to kind of settle in.
That's excellent. Do you ever get a chance to go? I'm assuming you have family back in Ohio. Do you get a chance to go back there at all to visit?
I do. I usually go 2 to 3 times a year. I actually just got back, what was it, Friday, Saturday afternoon, went for Thanksgiving.
Nice. Excellent. Everyone had a good time? Got a good time to get together?
Yes, it's always good to see family and hang out with them. Yep.
That's wonderful. Very, very good. And then now jumping forwards here, when was it that you moved to Atlanta, Georgia, approximately?
I moved to Atlanta, what was it, probably 2009.
Okay.
About 2009. So I've been here about 7 years.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. And then I guess if we follow a chronological order here, and then you were at HealthWorks working there at the downtown Coca-Cola, I believe, as a personal trainer? Right.
When I first moved down here, I was working as a physical therapist assistant as other things were getting set up. And as I was able to transition to, working independently, I started working at Coca-Cola as a trainer.
Gotcha.
So I started down there. That was probably 4 years ago.
Okay, so that's great, Tim. It sounds like we've had parallel paths in a way, because when you were there at the downtown Coke, I was at the Coca-Cola Enterprises part up there in the North Atlanta area. And so I branched out and worked independently, and you had gone on to create your fitness company called Body Grades.
Yes.
And if we could talk a little bit about that, can you tell the folks out there a little bit about Body Grades, please?
Yeah, Body Grades. I came up with the idea basically because one of the most important pieces I feel about fitness training is the assessment. So I think, knowing where someone is can really project somebody to where it is they want to be. But I think the foundation is the assessment, and that's kind of, in essence, kind of playing with it a little bit to where people can have an idea of, where am I versus where it is I want to be.
That's a good point. So in other words, for your assessment, when people first meet you, and let's say if you ask them when was the last time they had a fitness assessment and they say never, or they haven't had one, what can they expect when they first meet you for the first time that's involved in a fitness assessment?
Well, one of the first things that I'll do is I'll get a question. I have a questionnaire that I'll give them, and then I'll go through it's a polar body age fitness assessment system. And basically what that is a full, it pretty much tests everything from flexibility to strength to heart rate to range of motion, bunch of different things that kind of lets me know what kind of shape they're in.
No, that's great. Excellent. Okay, and how long does the assessment take about roughly?
It takes about 20 to 30 minutes. It
Okay,
takes about
okay.
20 to 30 minutes. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect, good. Well, that I think that's a solid foundation. I think every trainer should definitely, have that in their repertoire. And when they're working with a fitness assessment, what's involved then in the fitness training? Can they expect when they're working with you in strength training and cardio aerobic training as well?
Well, what they can expect is one of the things that I learned in physical therapy was that, we don't treat the condition, we treat the patient. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my approach to all of the people that I work with is,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people come in with the goal of losing weight or, getting stronger. And a lot of times once we get into it, we find that they have a lot of uncomfortable pain,
Sure, sure.
aches and pains and different things like that. And sometimes, I'm willing to go take a couple steps back just to make sure that we're not re-aggravating, different injuries, different aches, different pains, that kind of thing. So
That
we'll
makes
take a
sense.
couple
Yeah.
steps backwards,
Mm-hmm.
at any point, just to make sure that we're heading in the right direction.
I like that. Very good. And I know that pain management is one of the services as well that you have that as an option. So when they see you, are there any current like common pains that new clients that you'll see? That's what's the most common thing when they come see you and they complain about? Is there anything that's most commonly number one that they're always saying?
There's typically two. When I'm
Mm-hmm.
working at an office building, it's
Mm-hmm.
usually back pain.
Back pain. Yes.
Back
Yep.
pain is number one.
I figured
And
that would
this,
be. Yeah.
yes, yes, posture,
Yep.
ergonomics, different things like that. That's putting a lot of people, making a lot of people uncomfortable, sitting all day,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
So and that's number one. Number two, I'd have to say is knee pain.
Ah,
Knee
sure.
pain is
Mm-hmm.
probably number two. Yep.
So we've talked about fitness training, we've talked about pain management. What about health coaching? What's involved with that?
Health coaching, a lot of what I do with that is most people aren't sure how to get results. A lot of people don't want to work with a trainer. Some people don't want to work with a trainer. So a lot of what I do is kind of guide them as far as, what they need to be doing to get the results that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And I also talk to them about, I'll talk to them about what they need in addition to what they want.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot of times, a lot of people, they just want the weight loss side, but the
Right.
health side, I feel, from a physical therapy perspective, is the most important. And I
Mm,
feel like once you get the health side intact, everything else will fall into place.
that makes sense. Okay, very good. And then also for your services that you offer as well, I think that you also provide seminars and workshops. Is that
I
correct?
do. I do.
What's that all about, too?
Basically, what I'll do is I'll, get a small group. It's usually 4 to 8 people, to
Okay.
where I'll actually talk to them about different topics
Mm-hmm.
related to being healthy, living a healthy lifestyle. And part of it is an interactive piece to where it's basically like school, where there's the lecture piece and then there's the lab piece.
Okay.
So I'll talk about whatever subject that we're talking. We're I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you're okay.
I'll talk about in the lecture part of it, whatever it is we're going over. And then
Sure.
we'll go into the lab and actually go through demonstrations. And I actually work with you, and show you the biomechanics and the
Okay.
different things to make sure you're doing everything correctly.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. And then let me ask you this, Tim. Here we are approaching the holiday season too, and we've got Christmas, we've got parties coming up where people are going to slip into bad habits, cookies, and then looking forward, saying, "Ah, it's only a couple weeks till New Year's. I'll just wait to make my New Year's resolutions and then hit the gym." What is your take on how people could stay motivated in this very slow season right now, this slow period of gym activity? What's worked for you and for your clients to keep them on track?
I think the biggest thing is remember to stay in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, always focus on the results. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
mindset is, the guiding factor as to where you'll go, even once the holidays are over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Going from doing whatever it is you want to going right to the gym can be very challenging. You know, so if you go into these holidays thinking, okay, I need to stay focused on what it is that I'm doing, then the holidays won't be as much of a challenge for you.
I like that. Very good. And then what about for yourself? Do you have any New Year's resolutions coming up into the new year?
I do. I started a new program, new project for my business that I hope to launch hopefully here in the next couple of weeks. So it's really a big thing for me, I think. So
good.
yeah.
Well, we'll keep that a secret, and then I'll tell you what. Next time we have you on here next month, if you're available in January, maybe we can help promote and talk about advertising that.
That would be great. That would be great.
That would be very good timing. Yeah. And then, excuse me. I'm sorry. How about, let me ask you this, Tim. What do you find most rewarding about what you do and working in this industry?
Results.
Good.
I am results driven. You know, it doesn't do me any good to have 100 clients just coming to see me on a regular basis.
Sure.
You know, it's good, but, you know, my preference is that they actually get results, that I'm actually doing something for them.
I like that. That's good, because there's often times you don't see fitness professionals thinking in that mindset, but I like that you are results driven, that you actually care about the clients you work with. That's awesome. Let me ask you this, a couple more questions here, Tim. First of all, if people are watching right now, are you currently accepting new clients? Do you have a...
I am.
You are. And what radius, I guess I can ask, is where you are located in terms of being able to train people?
It's 10 to 15 miles is where I travel from the Sandy Springs area.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, so typically downtown Atlanta is about where it stops.
Gotcha.
Now,
Gotcha.
it's more or less the 400, 285 corridor is where most of my current clients are.
Sure. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we're talking Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, Alpharetta, Roswell, that kind of area.
Yes.
Wherever.
Yes.
Okay,
I actually
perfect.
have a couple in East Marietta.
Perfect. Good. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, now let me ask you this: how can people learn about Body Grades, website about you, and contact you directly?
Okay, yeah. My website is www.bodygrades.com. That's BODYGRADES, bodygrades.com. And if you want to contact me, you can email me at info@bodygrades.com.
Perfect. Very good, Tim. Excellent. Well, I really enjoyed finally being able for us to talk and get you on here on GoTarryn TV. I'm excited to reconnect and get some synergistic work here between us going. So I can't wait to have you on. Like I said, next month, let's for sure in January have you back on and talk about the new program launch of Body Grades. And
that sounds good.
I think that'll be great. I think that'll really sound good. So Tim, thank you so much for your time. I truly enjoy speaking to you here. And you and I get together too for some lunch or a cup of coffee and talk fitness as well as we go into the new year.
That sounds great. I appreciate you having me.
My pleasure, Tim. Thank you so much. So there you have it, folks. Tim Williams, and you got his contact information. And folks, we'll see you on the next video blog. Tim, enjoy the rest of your day. And also, Merry Christmas, Tim.
Thanks. Same to you.
Thank you. All right, folks.
All right.
All right, everybody, there was the website, www.bodygrades.com, and you know that you can email him at that email address, info@bodygrades.com. So a really wonderful interview there with Tim Williams, first time ever here on GoTarryn TV. And as I mentioned earlier, we will be having Tim rejoin us next month in January into the new year, and we'll go ahead and continue to talk about what he was going to mention about his company there on the add-on. So looking forward to that. Hope everybody's having a nice Monday so far. That's a great start to your week, watching GoTarryn TV, learning about another awesome fitness professional, Mr. Tim Williams of Body Grades. So check him out today. Also, when you get a chance, please make sure to check that website link out, www.gotarryn.tv, and bookmark that as a favorite to your web browser today, and tell 2 people about the website as well. And if you haven't done so yet, I can ask each and every person out there to like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, follow GoTarryn on Twitter, and you'll stay connected with Taryn, the traveling trainer of GoTarryn Personal Training, who tells each and every one of you that it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Monday, and have a great week, everybody. We'll see you in the next video blog. So long.